Hello and welcome back. This is going to be a restorative and breath practice. In this class, we'll be mostly working either from our backs using the wall or just free on the ground. So try and set yourself up near a wall if you can. If you have any other props available, a couple blocks, a strap, and a blanket will do. When you're ready, go ahead and come on down. Come into a constructive rest pose, knees bent, feet to the floor. Start to slowly rub your feet on the surface of the mat, or if you're close enough to the wall, you can also try it this way, sliding your feet up and down. Do whichever one feels better for you right now, a little easier for you to manage the movement. And you're starting to feel this sensation kind of the same way that we rub our hands, and you can start to rub your hands as well. And so feeling the friction, maybe a little bit of a coordination challenge. If your feet are on the wall, it might be a little bit of core effort. If that feels too strenuous, just keep your feet on the ground. Noticing new sensation in your hands and feet as you awaken all of your nerve endings. Find a comfortable breath. Rest your feet back to the floor if you've placed them on the wall. Rest your hands somewhere on your body. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Out through your mouth, bringing awareness to those points of connection, your hands resting on your body, your feet resting on the floor. Deep breath in. Exhale out. One more time. Release your hands away from your body. Open your eyes. If you have a block handy, place it in between your upper thighs. Set your heels just at a comfortable distance for you so that you can begin with a neutral pelvis. Lightly hug the block, so not a lot of effort to squeeze, just engaging so it holds in place. Drop your tailbone down. I'm just gonna move my arm so you can see this motion a little better. Feel that lift of your lower back. Right, so we're moving into what's called an anterior tilt of your pelvis. And then as you exhale, again, feel that little bit of a squeeze of the block, start to curl your tailbone up. So now you move to a posterior tilt. Do that a couple times. Inhale, rocking your tailbone. Exhale, tucking your tailbone back up. So just moving the hips at this point. And then come into neutral. Pull your heels towards your seat and just notice what naturally happens with your hips. And then try and push your feet away. So not actively moving the pelvis now, but it will move, so just let it go as it will. Pull your heels towards you. Notice how your hips and your low back shift, and then try and press your feet away. And then one more time. Taking that a little bit further, same movement as you did before, pulling your heels towards you, arch your lower back. Take a breath in here so you feel the space between your pubic bones and your collarbone, your sternum. And then as you exhale, start to push your feet away, tuck your tailbone up, slowly roll yourself up into bridge position. And then holding your bridge at the top, feel your feet on the ground, keep pressing them lightly into the floor. Use that as really your stabilizer and rooting action. And then pulling your heels towards you, again, slowly roll yourself back down. Just landing back in a neutral position. And then feeling your heels pull towards you again, rock your tailbone down, feel that lower back arc off the ground. And then pressing your feet away, slowly curl your tailbone up. Keep pressing your feet into the ground as you come up into your bridge. Hold your bridge here, take a full breath in, heels pulling towards you. On your exhale, slowly roll yourself back down. Land in neutral, take a full cycle of breath. With your next inhale, feel the pull of your heels towards you, rock your tailbone down, arch your lower back, anterior tilt. Pushing your feet away, curl your tailbone up, rolling up just one vertebra at a time, come to your shoulder blades, take a full cycle of breath. On your next exhale, pulling your heels back, slowly rolling yourself back down, hips to the floor, and come back into a neutral pelvis. Set your block to the side. Set your feet a little bit wider than your hips and start to rock your knees slowly from right to left. You can turn your head in opposition of your knees. Any of this movement that you're familiar with, you can try closing your eyes and just feeling your way through that motion. And then pointing your knees up again, rest the back of your head. Cross your right ankle over your left leg. So you're in this figure 4 shape. Lightly press your right ankle against the leg so you have a good contact, just enough to feel that stability there. Drop your arms out of your way. Take a breath in. And then as you exhale, you'll twist your hips towards the left and bring your right foot towards the floor. Come back to your starting position as you breathe in. And then exhale, rotate your pelvis, set your right foot to the ground. We'll do 3 more breaths like that. Taking your time, moving in and out of that rotation. And then bring yourself back to your starting position. Keep your right ankle lightly pressing against your left leg and then draw your left knee in over your hip. So not using the upper body at this point, just using this connection and push and pull of your leg and ankle to stabilize your hip as well as create some opening, especially across your low back. And then start to circle your left knee. Keep that tension. You can really take this as far as you want. Circling around the back of your pelvis, moving through those tilts of your pelvis so you go towards that anterior tilt and then rock over to one side, posterior tilt, rock to the other side, and then circle the other direction. And set your left foot back down to the ground, uncross your ankle, just set your right foot to the floor as well. Go full breath in and exhale out. Cross your left ankle on top of your right thigh. Lightly press your ankle against your leg and start to draw your left knee away just through that contact. Take a breath in. Fill up the back of your ribs with your breath so you can widen from right to left. And then as you exhale, draw your belly in to help you twist to the right. Inhale, coming back to your starting position. And exhale, rotate your pelvis. 3 more breaths, moving with your breath rhythm. And keeping a little bit of activity of your toes pulling back so there's stability in your ankle joint, there's stability in your knee joint. And then stack your right knee over your hip, floating your right foot in the air. Press your left ankle against your right leg so you're resisting the effort of your right leg pulling in. And keep that little bit of push and pull, just enough to hold that stable point. Start to circle your knee. You can make this small circles. You can make that bigger circles, even straightening that right leg out a little bit if you have space. If you have the wall right there like I do, you can kind of push yourself off and just make it a little bit playful. Making sure to circle in both directions. Noticing as you start to move a little bit more freely in those rotations, how you might lose the awareness of the connection. See if you can maintain both. And then set your foot to the floor. Uncross your ankle, bring both feet to the ground, come back into that constructive rest shape. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. Roll over to your side and then come on up to sit. Move to the wall now, just taking legs up the wall. Set yourself up with whatever props you'd like. You might like to do a blanket underneath your hips, a bolster underneath your hips if you have one, blanket underneath your head, whatever really feels good for you. And get as close to the wall as you can. You can keep a soft bend in your knees. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Exhale out through your mouth. Rock across the back of your head, making little gentle movements of settling and release, getting some of the fidgeting out. You can open and close your hands. Squeeze and stretch through your toes. Even squeezing and stretching through the muscles of your face, tightening and opening your eyes. And then allowing everything just to be soft. Settle your gaze, either closing your eyes all the way or partially closing them and turning the physical direction of your eyes towards your chest, towards your heart. Notice the natural flow of your breath, using the breath as a point to come back to because we know that our mind is going to get distracted. We know that thoughts will come up. And so we allow for a deepening of our inner space, more expansiveness in our breath, not through making effort, but by just allowing, being present without vigilance, without the need to change or control or be anything other than what this experience is, to accept it. Sipping a little bit of a deeper breath in through your nose. Now intentionally expanding your body in all directions. Pause, retain that breath. See if you can sip in a little more. Pause again. See if you can sip in a third inhale. And exhale, let it go. Again, breathing in through your nose. If that felt strange, just take a little bit of a smaller breath to begin. Hold your breath in, sip more in through your nose. Finding new places to place your breath, sip a third inhale. And then one long continuous exhale out through your mouth. Just returning to a natural breath again. Make those little movements like you did in the beginning, squeezing and stretching out through your toes and your hands. Fluttering your eyes open and closed, maybe rocking across your head. Bend your knees in again. Bring the bottoms of your feet together. You can support yourself any way you need here, sliding blocks under the knees. I like to use a block in between the back of my heels and my pubic bones, so everything is held in place. Lightly press the bottoms of your feet together. That's going to give you even more contact and connection and stability. And then place your hands right at the top of your thighs. So right here where your legs connect into your hips, you're not pressing down on your inner legs. You're pressing your legs towards the wall. Pressing one and the other, trying to keep that connection of your feet together. If you try that block out and it's really uncomfortable, just don't do it. Then pressing evenly through your hands, take a breath in. Press a little bit more firmly as you exhale through your mouth. Do 2 more like that. Relax some of that effort as you inhale, start to press your feet together. And then exhale, press your hands into your legs. Inhale, press your feet together. You might start to feel your knees squeeze a little towards each other. Relax the effort through your hands. As you exhale, relax the effort of the feet. Press your hands into your legs. Slowly release that shape. Move your block out of the way if you used it. Take a twist. You might choose to place the block in between your knees here instead, or underneath your knees as you turn. Drop your knees over towards the right so they curl up towards your right elbow. If you feel congested against the wall, just slide away from it. Drop your arms out to the side, and this is where you might like to have a block between your knees for stability, or underneath the knees, resting the knees together. And take just a couple breaths here. If it feels comfortable on your neck, turning to look towards your left hand. And take your time, walk your feet up the wall, come back to the middle. And then over to the other side, twisting your knees towards your left elbow, looking over your right shoulder, guiding your breath into your right side. Curl all the way over onto your side so you come back into that little fetal shape. Take your time to come back up. We will come onto our backs again. We're going to set ourselves up so that we can use the wall as well as a strap to stabilize our feet and legs in Utthita Hasta Padangusthasana, reclined on our back. That's that extended hand to big toe pose where we're getting that deep hamstring stretch. We'll start with left leg extended to the wall. And you can have the whole bottom of your foot on the wall like you would be standing on the floor. You can just be pressing the ball of the foot into the wall. That's okay as well. Get yourself as much contact as you can. Once you get that distance measured out, go ahead and lower yourself down. Start with a little bit of a bend in your knee so that it's easier to get yourself in place. Depending on the kind of strap you have, you're either going to simply wrap it around the right foot, or you're going to wrap it around your ribs and your foot, so you're not having to use your upper body to hold it in place. So if you have a strap that you can make a big loop with, loop it around the back of your ribs and then extend your leg. And you can keep as much of a bend in the knee here as you need. Start with your strap a little bit looser so that you have some space. Press your foot into the strap. Drop your arms wherever they're comfortable. And then feel all of the engagement and the extension of the leg. So pushing your foot into the strap, pushing your left foot into the wall. Continue to press your foot into your strap as you inhale. And then as you exhale, let your leg relax towards you. Keep it as straight as you can. Press your foot into the strap. And then let your leg relax, continuing to extend it. And so after a few breaths, you might be able to tighten your strap a little bit. Pressing into the strap as you inhale, so you create some tension in your leg. And then exhale, letting the leg relax into place. Check in again that you're not creating extra tension or gripping to hold the shape, that you're not forcing your breath or creating a shorter breath in order to be deeper into that stretch. Allow your body to release into it, even if your version looks very different from this. If both of your knees are bent, that is fine. Pressing your foot into the strap, taking it out towards the side, maybe just about 45 degrees. Keep your left foot rooted. And then coming back up through the middle. So everything stays really grounded. You can take the foot across without lifting the hip. We're not moving into that twist at this point. Press your foot into the strap. Feel that rooting of your thigh into your hips. You get more of sensation in the outer leg, the outer knee, the IT band area. Pressing more through the pinky edge of your foot to stretch the outer ankle. You can move in and out of those, adjusting the position and the pressure in the foot as you move. And then release your leg. Bend both of your knees for a moment. Feel your feet on the ground again. Notice any new sensation in your right side. Drawing your left knee in, take your strap around your foot, extend your right leg towards the wall. As you come into this, you might need to loosen that strap, especially if you got to a point where you were tightening it on the other side. Feel for stability first. Before you start to move into mobility, before you start to stretch your body, find your stable points, find your connections. It's so much easier to relax when you feel secure. Feel your left thigh root down into your hip so you have some grounding connection in the back of your pelvis. To press your foot into the strap. And then on an exhale, relax that effort. You might just come back to your starting position. Press your foot away as you inhale. And exhale, relax that effort. As your strap gets loose, you can tighten it a little bit more. We're not forcing anything. Stay present to sensation and how it rises up and how it falls away. Letting your mind just move from one thing to the next. Determining when you need to react, when you need to shift out of something, when you need to move towards it. Play with taking the leg out to the side, pressing more through the ball of the foot as you take it out to the left. Keep that right side grounded. The moment the right hip lifts up, you've gone too far. Coming back up, crossing it over. Keep your left hip grounded. Press a little bit more through the pinky edge of your foot. See how that feels. You can use your hand here like I'm doing to help draw your hip down and keep it rooted down. Moving side to side. I'm going to loosen this just a little as you go side to side. Give yourself a little bit more space. And then bend your knee and just release. Slide your strap out of the way. Extend both of your legs. Shake out a little bit. And then rebend your knees. Draw your right knee into your chest. We're going to play with cat pulling tail. It's a yin shape, but you can also just take a regular twist here if that doesn't really work for you. I'll show a few variations that you can play with to help you get there. If this is new to you, you might decide to use a strap, so I'll show that version as well. A block is also helpful. Take your right knee in, shift your hips a little bit over to the right and come into a twist. We're going to keep this knee bent for now. I like to just place my right foot inside of the left knee point your left knee down towards the bottom of the mat. And you can slide a block underneath your knee, which is quite nice just to keep your pelvis in a stable place, right hip stacked over left. You're not putting extra pressure in your low back. See how that feels? You can stay as you are. You might easily be able to reach down and catch a hold of your foot. If it feels far away, you can use the strap. You might like to play with extending the leg in a similar way that we were doing with the strap around the foot. You could use your strap here. You might be able to hold on to the foot or just rest your hand on the back of the knee. If you happen to have a wall there as well, it's nice to plug your foot into the wall in this shape. Kick your foot into your hand, dropping your right shoulder down. If you have a strap around your right foot or your hand on your foot, kick your foot into that hand as well. Slowly release. Take your time, unwind. Bend your knees, feet to the floor, so you come back into a neutral position. And then we'll slowly go to the other side. Shift so that as you rotate, you can rotate across the belly. Your hips will be stacked. Set your block underneath your leg. You can rest your left foot on the inside of your right leg. You can start to bend your right knee and catch your foot. Use the strap if you like that version. I'll show the strap around the extended foot this time. So if you want to play with it, it's basically the same shape as we did before, but now stacking the hips. Kicking your foot into the strap if you have that version, right foot into your left hand. Start to roll your left shoulder back. If it's okay on your neck, you can turn to look over your left shoulder. Put it together. And then when you're ready, just slowly unwind. Come back into a constructive rest pose. Move your props out of the way. And then extend your legs all the way down. Rest your arms out to the sides, just in a comfortable place. You could also do this with your arms around your head if that feels good to open the sides of your ribs. Start to flutter your feet. So make sure you're not too close to the wall and you have some space. Feel the back of your heels rubbing on the floor. You don't have to go all the way to the ends of the mobility of your feet, just fluttering in that middle space, really feeling the shaking through the body as the main effort that's being made here. Feel the back of your hips, head, ribs rub on the ground. Notice if you're gripping to protect yourself to keep from moving, do your best to let that go, and you might just do a smaller movement at first if that starts to happen for you. Find a point on the ceiling to hold a soft focus or close your eyes if that's comfortable. It's a really nice way to release some of that outer gripping, especially in your lower back and your pelvis, just through this movement of your feet. Keep going, comfortably breathing. And then just resting here for a moment. Notice new sensation. And then turning your toes in and out towards each other and then away. And just again, feeling the rotations, the natural movement. You can go quickly or slowly as it feels good for you. And then just letting it go. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Exhale. Resting here on your back for a little bit more time. If you like to set up extra props, blanket over you or bolster underneath your knees, do so. Letting everything get heavy. Sweep your mind through your body, letting your attention pass from one sensation to the next. Start at the top of your head. Scan down to the bottoms of your feet. Take your time, and then scan back up to the top of your head again. So you're not avoiding any sensation. You're not attaching to it. You're not creating stories. You're simply noticing and moving on. Observing physical sensations, connections to your physical reality. Witnessing the process of change in action. Sensation rising up, sensation falling away. If you find yourself creating a narrative, if you find yourself lost in your thoughts, simply become aware of it and then shift your awareness. And recentering your attention just on your breath, feeling the natural expansion of your body. Intentionally deepen that. Fill up your belly, expand your chest. Exhale, empty out. Start to bend your knees. Take your time to draw your legs into your body. Give yourself a hug. Rolling over to one side, rest in a fetal shape before coming up to sit again. I'm going to leave you here with that. You can stay and rest a bit longer if you need. If you have the time now or want to come back to it, you can continue on to the breath segment. Thank you so much.